Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn. Supportive Oracle cards. Bum, ba, da, bum. Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman. Illustrated by Gretchen. There's Gretchen's last name. That way, if you'd like to find anything by those artists, that's the information you need. Boom. Boom? I don't know. What are we doing here? We're doing the tarot cards first. Okay. Sagittarius. Two. Both of those. They're all face down in the environment. Okay. We'll see what that means for anything. Okay. Now, what's going on in the environment is my first question. Only in the sense of, like, it's almost like it's a mystery. We'll just start from the beginning, because something's weird with the environment. It's already kind of, like, making me feel a little awkward. Going into this situation, I feel like this is very interesting. Because from what I know of Sagittarians, they tend to stay in motion. It just seems like that to me. You got the Ten of Cups, feeling very happy socially, could be with family, friends, could be even a work environment where things are like everybody's treating each other well, things are getting done as they should be getting done. You're doing what you need to do, you're doing what you always do, it's the same old, same old. But even though you're getting along with everybody, and everybody seems to be doing what they need to do, and so aren't you, there's this block of communication. Yeah, I'm noticing at the same time you've got joy with this, which is telling me people who are usually problems are just either not there, or they're just not bothering you, or they're just playing nice. It's a block of communication. Like, I feel like this is just like no new information is coming your way. It's not a problem. It's just kind of like, it's also like, you're very much on point thinking this is only going to last so long. And you know that. You know that. Like, it's just reality is just saying, enjoy it while you got it. That type of thing. It's not bad. So while this is going on for you, and you're purposely not asking any probing questions, if you got a person in your life and you're just kind of like, oh, I know how they are, they're going to say something wonky at some point, I'm not even going to ask. I'm just going to kind of avoid that person, and the longer you do, the life is good. This is going on in the environment. They've got the Eight of Swords. I feel like whoever usually gives you a hard time, or if there's somebody who would or wants to or something like that, some type of opposing energy, they're stuck in their own, they had something else going on, and I feel like they're trying to hide something. That's why this is face down. If they start stirring the pot with you, they expose themselves. They don't want to do that. I know it seems very simple, but that's literally what I'm getting. Like, they have a lot here that's not going right for them. There's a lot of problems. There's a lot of cracks in the surface here. And if they start bothering you, or they don't want to tell you anything that's going on. They don't want to expose themselves. It's just very simple. I feel like that's very simple, but that's literally what I'm getting from that. The fact that they're leaving you alone, it's all cool. You don't care. I don't feel like it bothers you at all. You've got the Four of Swords. Like, this is a good break for you. This is like a really nice change. Somebody who usually gives you a hard time. The more I'm connecting to this person usually gives you a hard time. And they're leaving you alone, and things are going very well. Life is good. Because if they start bothering you, they're going to expose themselves. And that's literally the only reason they're just letting it slide and they're not giving you a hard time. Because you'll call them right out. Not trying to. By fixing something, it'll expose something. It's almost like, you go to clean up somebody's house, right? And you pick up the rug, and there's a big mess below it. Like, what has been going on here? Like, this is disgusting. but that's part of what you have to do to clean up the house. Like if something's wrong there, there's a bump under the rug. Let's pick. Oh my God, why is there food under here? And how long has it been there? And why is it this funny color? Like, oh my God, what is wrong with you? One of those moments. They don't want you to know any of that. Ironically, they're not fixing their own mess at the same time. I feel like that's very interesting. They don't want to expose their own mess, but they're not even doing anything to fix it at the same time. So, ironically, if you did expose them for them, you'd be doing them a huge favor. Helping them expose that would also start getting it to be corrected, but neither here nor there. You're enjoying a good moment, you might as well enjoy the good moment. Four of Swords. Lately, a lot of times, I do see this as a healing card. But a lot of times, I'm also getting... It's kind of like feeling like you can't do anything, feeling kind of stuck. But for you, it's like, it's good. It's kind of like, I don't want to shake the cage here. I don't want to, poke this bear with a stick. I'm not looking to do that. I got more intelligence than that. I'm not going to go over there and poke a bear with a stick. That's dumb. So part of you is kind of enjoying this moment. Another part of you is feeling like if I just stay over here out of their sight, let's see how long we can make this last. It's only it's only going to last so long, but you're like, I'm going to see if I can make this last a little longer. I'm just going to fade out of sight. Let this last as long as I can make it last. What's coming next? This is in the environment. You're giving them a break. This is a weird energy to me. This whole side, this environment is just weird. They know. No, they don't. They think they know. Yeah, that's the thing. They think you're giving them a break, and that you're purposely not calling them out, but you could. They're thinking you could give them a hard time. You have no interest in that. No interest is what I'm getting. No interest in giving them any type of hard time. They think that you're giving them a free pass, as if you're letting something slide, like you know what's going on and you're just not calling it out. In truth, you're just staying away from them because you don't want any problems with them. Like, it's weird. They think that you have the ability to attack them or something like that. It's weird. You have no intention like that, though. That's what I'm also getting. There's a weird energy here with the Queen of Cups and this guilt. Because when you put guilt in with water, it kind of it taints it a little bit. It taints it, you know what I mean? It makes it a little weird. And I'm getting this person really thinks that you're holding a secret for them. Like you know what's going wrong. You could call it out, but you're just choosing not to. It's not really the case, though. I don't think that's the case at all. But they seem to be thinking like you're giving them a chance to fix their own mess, and you're not giving them a hard time, even though they have it coming. You're not cashing that in. I really don't think you. I don't feel your energy connecting in that way, though. It's really weird to me, because to you it's just kind of like I don't know what's going on over there. They've been really good for a while. I don't know how much longer this is going to last. But honestly, I feel like you don't want to know what's going on over there. You're just like, I don't know what's going on over there. I don't want to know what's going on over there. You're busy. You have to do things with this person. You have to actively be doing things with this person, which is another reason this person thinks they're going to... They feel like you already know what's going on. I don't think you actually do. It's a little warped. You're doing things with this person, but you're ignoring any little things. You're not breathing too much into things. You're just kind of getting done what you need to do. You might have a couple conversations with this person, but you're not really thinking too deeply into them. You're just kind of like... It's just kind of like shooting the breeze. You know what I mean? It's almost like you're having weather conversations. Like, oh, it's nice out today. Great. Woo. But you're not thinking about it. Like, yeah, so it's nice out. Who cares? We're just moving on. Just something to say, just to break the silence. Mysticism on your side makes me feel like you really have no idea what's going on with this person. Nor do you really want to. You're not causing anything for this person. This person tends to give you a hard time. The Tower hits for them. Whatever the mess is they were supposed to clean up and they kept neglecting and you didn't call out, you didn't really, no, it's just, there's no reason for you to. That imploded on them. They have the Tower card on their side. things fall in for them. I feel like on your side, because you didn't have anything to do with it, you didn't expose anything, you didn't touch anything, you didn't try to get involved in anything, they didn't want you to anyway. Justice is on your side, kind of like, well, whatever they're doing, that's their business. They usually give you a hard time. The fact that something's going wrong for them, it's kind of like they're just desserts. I feel like it's their just desserts. I don't know how that sounds, but that's how it's coming through, like it's their just desserts. Justice comes in on your side, kind of like, I feel like, if there's something you need to do to help, you'll do it. It just feels like it's kind of like rote routine. Like if I need, for example, if it's a sibling, like a sister or a brother, or maybe it's a cousin or a mother or an aunt or an uncle or a dad or whatever you can throw in there, you'll help them. But also at the same time, you're like, okay, they're having some issues, I'll help them. But you're just letting somebody else talk to them. You're just like, oh, they need food. I'll bring over some food so that they can have something to eat. But you're like, but let Aunt Carla talk to them, or let Uncle Billy Bob, whoever, let them talk to them. I'll just bring the stuff and then I'm gonna leave. I'll just make sure they're taken care of and then I'll leave. That's what I'm feeling with the Justice card with you. You're just kind of like, I'll just handle it where I need to. They made their own mess. You seem to be looking at it that way too, like they made their own mess. I'll just bring them what they need and I'll let somebody else talk it over with them. I'll bring them some food, I'll help them fix this, I'll give somebody a ride somewhere, whatever we need to do. But the talking, somebody else can handle that. This situation gets weird. It gets even more weird. Was it not weird enough to begin with? You get the moon card on your side. This person is still leaving you alone. They're seeming to avoid you just as much as you're avoiding them. And I feel like what is happening from this point, it might be from this point on. Well, I don't know from this point on permanently, but for a while, you're going to work to keep it that way. You got the King of Pentacles, kind of like, you know what? You're catching on that they're avoiding you just as much as you're avoiding them. You seem to be catching on to it. They don't want me to talk to them. I don't want to talk to them. Seems like we're on the same page with that. Let's try to make that permanent. Is kind of what I'm getting with the King of Pentacles. Is that the King? Yep. King of Pentacles. You're like, well, let's make that permanent. We get along better that way. You go do your thing. I'll do my thing. You stay over there. I'll stay over here. I'm on with it. I'm good with it. That's fine with me. This person is going through some issues. They have a lot of problems. And I feel like they're trying to snake out of some issues in the sense of like, it's almost like a kid when they don't clean up, like if they went upstairs and they were playing in, for example, the attic, and they leave it a disarray, they're trying to ignore that it's a disarray and they're trying to get away without cleaning it up. You know what I mean? They're trying to skirt out of some responsibilities. What's the other card? But at the same time, by not cleaning up that attic, they're cheating themselves out of a place they can bring over people to play games with. Like they can't have anybody over until they clean up that attic, and they're just trying to not do it. It's kind of like the balancing side of it. Can't have people over till you clean up that attic. Well, I don't want to clean up the attic. Well, then you can't have people over. And that they're kind of cheating themselves out of stuff. They're doing weird things. This person is having some issues. Like they're not cleaning up their own mess. They're cheating themselves out of opportunities. It's weird because I feel like this stress seems to be like you're aware of this stress. Whoever this person is, you got a choice. You literally have a choice. That's what I feel for you. Whoever's watching this, if this has hit this far, you're going to come to the spot where you have a choice. You can either release it, literally release it. That's their issue. That's their ball of wax. They're going to have to deal with it. Leave it with them. Completely disconnect. Or you can choose the card of stress. Although I will say with the Ten of Wands to me is like somebody cooking a major dinner. I've been using Thanksgiving as a analogy, but I know a lot of people who watch me they're not, I think that's a U.S. thing. I mean, pilgrims and all that other stuff, right? It's a U.S. thing as far as I know. But the short of it is, it's a big dinner with a major meat dish, and like a bunch of side dishes, big array of desserts afterwards. One person creating this whole meal for like 30 people. That's what this is. That's what this is. You may enjoy the meal yourself and be a part of the meal, and there's a lot of great stuff that comes from it, but putting in so much effort, it is successful. It's just you're going to be wiped out when you're done. That's all they're saying. And I feel like that's what they're saying with this. You have a choice. You walk away, completely walk away, or get involved and realize there's going to be a lot of work. Because if you get really involved with this person, you could help them fix it, but it's almost like you're doing the majority of the work yourself. So, what means more to you? That's going to be literally the deciding factor. You're going to decide what means more to you, and you'll do what you need to do. Good? Good. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.